On September 17th, Grambling State versus Jackson State. You could throw the records away. These two teams, whenever they play each other, it's going to be a physical game. Full throttle. It's going to be who wants it the most. Coached by two talented coaches. Coach Prime Deion Sanders and Hugh Jackson, who came from the NFL. Something has to give. And with this preview, I'll chime in. What's good, everyone? This is RawTruth Media, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Please like and share this video throughout all social media platforms. I hope everyone is having a blessed day. Grambling State versus Jackson State at Veteran Memorial Stadium, aka the Vet. It gets no better than that. And we're going to do a preview of both teams, starting with Grambling State. What Grambling State has to do to win this game or pull off the upset, you got to take chances. And that's Hugh Jackson's MO. He likes to take the long shot. He likes to do the play action at the most random time. It could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. It could be 3rd and 2. You got to play your optics. But the great thing about Grambling State is that they figured out their go-to players. J.R. Waters, the two running backs, Chance Williams, the freshman. And you know, the interesting part is Chance Williams is the leading receiver and he's a running back and only a freshman. And then Maurice Washington, who's a dynamic running back, can catch out the backfield. He's a big play waiting to happen. I'm sure Dennis Thurman is going to have his defense keyed in him. But if he is not going, Chance Williams is also a threat. I wish Grambling State did not play Arkansas State that early. Here's why. I've said this before. Grambling State needed to play a team easier so they could get acclimated, especially on offense. That Grambling State versus Arkansas State, the first matchup, was a disservice. But I get it's a money game. So there's 3 running backs that Grambling State depend on. I already mentioned Maurice Washington, Chance Williams. Do not forget, I repeat, do not forget Floyd Chalk. He's a freshman as well from California. And Grambling State is recruiting so many high school players from Cali. Shout out to Tyson Bordeaux and the Bordeaux family. Many other freshmen and also a slew of returning players. Do not forget Lyndon Rash, who is a senior. He's one of the top receivers on the team. So it's a good mixture. Do not expect this game to be 58-3, the same as Arkansas State. I don't see that. I see a Grambling State team that's better than they were. And that Grambling State versus Northwestern State matchup is what you see of what the potential of this team could be. Now, I want Hugh Jackson to do this. When you play against JSU, don't be overly conservative, but don't try to gamble too much. Because JSU's defense is so fast, they'll make you pay. So it's got to be a balanced game plan. They got the running backs to do it. But if you're going to judge JSU's team off of last game against Tennessee State, you're hardly mistaken. When I watched the film, Jackson State left so many points on the board. A lot of their receivers were open. It was a raining game, of course. Still no excuses. A lot of drop passes. JSU was at the Tennessee State territory about 10, 11 times, was at the red zone, I believe 4 to 5 times, correct me if I'm wrong, and just couldn't cash in. most times they're able to score, especially in the red zone. What I want to see Jackson State do, I want to see them play fundamentally sound football, know where you're supposed to be at, catch the ball. I repeat, catch the ball. This team is too talented to have too many drops, and I don't think that's going to happen this season. The starting running back should be Savion Wilkinson. After that performance, there's not too many running backs in the SWAC is that physically intimidating like him. He breaks tackles. He can hold on to the ball. He can block. His pass blocking is really good, especially being so young. That's going to help Shadur out. I want to see the best offense out there. We'll see how the practices go. You already know Coach Prime. He chooses his players based on practices. And I just want to see the most dependable receivers in that game. Offensive line. FAMU was a good game. Tennessee State, they were hitting the mouth a little bit times. But the good thing is I'm impressed with Tyler Brown, Zach Bro. The other players got to step up. Evan Henry got to step up, and I'm sure he will. Again, everybody has off games, but I want to see some consistency. I want to see the same smarts and toughness that I saw in game one, but taking it up a notch. But this offensive line needed a game like Tennessee State to see where they're at. Tennessee State's D-line as a whole was the best on the schedule besides Southern, who I believe has a talented front seven, linebackers included. That's another video for a different day, but let me digress. Jackson State, all they have to do is trust your training, trust what the coaches are telling you. The talent's there. Everyone in the SWAC, even the rival teams, agree that this team, when they're clicking on all cylinders, is tough to beat. And when you're number one in the country, not just FCS, but all of college football, and I don't want to hear about, well, they're not playing this type of team or that. Man, I've seen FBS teams who were playing FCS teams. If they didn't lose, they were giving up points, definitely touchdowns. Jackson State has not yet. Will they give up a touchdown against Grambling? We'll see. But this is an interesting matchup. Anytime Jackson State plays Grambling State, it's great for the SWAC. It's great for all of HBCUs. Can't wait. This is RawTruth Media giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. And I'm out.